What's up guys, it's Flash. In this video I'm going to teach my girlfriend how to trade in 24 hours. Stay tuned. What's up guys, I had to interrupt the video and I do apologise. I just wanted to let you guys in on a little secret. The Flash Forward day trading course is out now. If you're interested in learning how to trade stocks the correct way, check the link out below guys. God bless. So guys, this is my girlfriend Neve.
Hi guys.
So I've been teaching Neve in the past 24 hours by way of the Flash Forward course, teaching her how to day trade. Neve has no experience in day trading. Can you confirm?
Nothing.
Zero. Okay, Neve has no idea. Even when I talk about day trading in the past, Neve had no idea what was going on. So in this video, we're going to go over some questions Neve had whilst doing the Flash Forward course and some of the tips and tricks she's learned. Then we're going to be showing you a screen share of Neve doing live trades right at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Before we get into it guys, I really want to thank you for your support. If you haven't already, please smash the like button for Neve's behalf. She's a little nervous on this video, so show your support and hit the button. So guys, we're going to be going over some live questions with Neve. Neve has kind of come with a list of questions off the top of her head from doing the course, and it might help you beginners out there. So Neve, fire away with your question.
Okay, so first question is, can anyone do this without experience beforehand and anywhere in the world?
Yes, I mean, this is a big question from people online that I get emailed every day is no matter where you are in the world, you can day trade. The only thing that might be standing in your way is the time zone differences. So if you're in Australia and then you have to trade off the New York Stock Exchange time, the time frames might be a little bit messed up. Other than the time frames being an issue, anybody can trade in the world. If you're in the US, if you're in Ireland, England, Europe, the only kind of difference you're going to have is broker issues. So we've been trading with the SureTrader and the TradeNet for the last 24 hours. So that's what we're using here because we're in Ireland and we can't use any of the US brokers. So other than that being an issue, day trading is very simple once you know what you're doing, and I'm going to explain that question in just a second. But to go back on it, the answer is yes, anybody can learn how to day trade no matter where you are in the world.
Okay, so during the course Flash talks a lot about emotions. What exactly do you mean by that?
It's one of the most important things I go over in the Flash Forward course is because you can learn anything online and do any course you want. If you don't control your emotions, you're going to suffer when trading, and you're going to see a little bit in the live kind of trades and screen shares we go through with Neve of how important it's going to be while controlling your emotions. It's easy to say to somebody control your emotions and they're important, but it's important. You won't really understand the importance until you're in the live seat of a trade, and then you'll understand the difference between it. But what it is you just have to be prepared and be confident in your strategy on what you're at the planning out in a trade and know exactly where the idea of it's going to go in terms of your protection against your risk, in terms of your goals, and believing in the confidence of your trading and your education that you just done to foresee the trade out without panicking, selling and jumping out with a small profit. Stuff like that's really important.
Okay, so next question I had was, do I need an education beforehand about trading, or can I learn everything from YouTube?
To answer this question, it's two different answers. Yes, you can learn it from YouTube. Will you learn all of it and be successful? Your chances are slimmer, okay? So what I mean by that is I tried to learn it on YouTube, and so did a lot of other big traders I spoke about on the podcast, is they tried to learn it themselves on YouTube and failed, including myself, because you don't learn it all on YouTube. You will learn some of the basics, support and resistance, a lot of things like that on YouTube, 100%, to learn the RSI, the MACD. You'll learn stuff like that on YouTube. But it's not done in the most beginner-friendly fashion and time-sensitive as well, because it takes months to go over YouTube because it's all scattered. It's not in an order that you need to process the information from, and you need it in a certain layout. For example, you need to start from the very basics right through to the most advanced patterns, and that layout is not going to be there on YouTube. You need to know exactly what you're searching for on YouTube. So it's kind of, there's two answers to the question. Yes, you can. If you have a lot of time, you can do it for yourself on YouTube. Is it going to be the best information or education? Probably not. I would recommend in an education. So that's the best way I can kind of answer that question.
So I have a question for Flash now. This morning while I was trading, I made quite a lot of mistakes. What would be my biggest mistake?
I'd say patience was your biggest mistake this morning. Granted, you literally only learned it 24 hours ago, and it does not mean because Niamh learned how to trade 24 hours ago, does she know fully how to trade? No. But she has the bare bones of an education that she can use to go forward. It does not mean because Niamh done the flash forward course, she's successful in 24 hours. Absolutely not.
No.
Okay, I'm not trying to say that for 1 second that Niamh is a profitable trader now. Niamh hasn't even used real money to trade. It was a paper account.
Luckily.
But I mean, from watching her this morning, is patience is what's really important. And I'm sure it's not just for Niamh, it's for every kind of beginner out there. If you're lucky enough to have a mentor over your shoulder like that, you will see the benefits of using mentors. But the mistake I noticed Niamh this morning was definitely patience and trying to stick to her plan. So a plan basically means where she wants to buy, where her stop loss is, where her potential sell is, and why is she getting into the trade. And that's really, really important. You need to have this before entering any trade. And you just need to breathe, you need to relax, and you need to concentrate on what's going on there and then. Slow the situation down and have patience.
Okay.
So guys, like I said at the start of the video, the paper trading accounts that Niamh is using for this challenge is the SureTrader demo account and the TradeNet demo account. The reason why we're using these is because when Niamh transitions from a paper account to a real account, these are going to be the brokerage that she has to use. Because we're based here in Ireland, we are outside the US, we're restricted to brokerages we can use. Big question for beginners. I have loads of videos on it. If you want, I can link them in the description below, what I do recommend. But for the demo account on TradeNet, it's going to be a 2-week demo account that we're going to use. We're going to try grow it. It's not guaranteed we will, but we're going to eventually, it's going to be kind of going up and down. And that's what we want to see, is the action going up and down. We mostly want to be learning from our behaviours here, because Niamh has to take this like a mentoring session, and that's where it will really grow and really add value to her time. With the SureTrader account, it is a 7-day account, so it's 5 live trading days in a week. So it's basically a 5-day account. So again, we're going to try use this to see where Niamh's flaws and where her potential strengths lie when trading, and we're really going to focus on working that and growing it. Again, the account is not a concern growing it. If we do grow it, it's a bonus, but it's going to go up and down like a seesaw, and that's okay. That's not the goal, is not to grow it by $5,000 or $10,000. It's very unrealistic on Niamh's journey so far to do such thing, but she's going to take this opportunity to make the mistakes and for me to pick up on them so we can add it into her trading plan going forward. Niamh has been working in the last 24 hours studying her ass off for the flash forward course, so it is an ongoing process to see how it goes, and it is an experiment to see how it works as well. I'm excited to go into the live trades with you guys on the screen in just a second. And please, like we said, do it for Niamh. If you are happy with the video, do smash the like button, we'd appreciate it. So we're going to see you guys in the live screen shares right behind us in just a second. What's up guys, it's Flash. So we're going to be going over here with Niamh. Niamh, say hello.
Hi.
So we're going to be going over some trades with Niamh and pointing out some patterns and just some basic information on the trades. Now I want to try to get a live trade, whether this is my real account. Niamh's paper account won't be open until tomorrow, so we're just going to be going over my real account here. This is the way I normally have it set up, so it's the 1 minute, the 5 minute and the daily down here. So again, some basic things I'm going to be asking Niamh. She's going to be giving you her answers in her best terminology. Again, she's only had to do in the course literally over the last day or two, so everything mightn't be down 100% in their terminology, so just bear with us. She is a beginner. So Niamh, are you ready to get into it?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so you control the mouse now, so let me see. Again, I'll point out things on the software because she's getting familiar with the trade now. So what we always want to do first, this is Tesla we're looking at for an example, okay? So what we always want to do first is find a support and resistance. What is support and resistance, Niamh?
Okay, so support and resistance where we aim to buy and sell the stock. I think it's always important to have a plan for this.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so show me roughly where your support is on Tesla. Okay, now we want to be, where do we want to be kind of looking at Tesla on a, when we're taking intraday? What chart will we use?
The Tesla one day.
Yeah, so it's always important to find support resistance on the daily, guys. This is to everyone use as well. So if you just go up, go up, you have the mouse, now go up to the top.
Okay.
See the little arrow, see the line there?
Yeah,
that's it. Press that one.
right.
Okay, now this one, now if you just kind of bring it down and hold the mouse on it like we talked. Okay, now kind of show me where is the support on the daily chart here. So I bring it a little bit more.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so around 222, say 70. This is on the daily chart. Now, why do we do on the daily chart? This is not important to us down here, this junk. It will be important if the stock is ever down here in terms of price action. But right now, this is not important. We want to be up kind of here to where it is relevant. Relevant. So let me just zoom in there for you. There we go. Okay, so that's where we kind of, our support is shown to us. Now, where is our resistance area on the daily? Now, obviously, we don't need to be going back too far in the chart. We want to kind of keep it price relevant. So don't go to the biggest resistance. Need just show me the resistance that we need. Okay. Now, see when you just click that, the good thing about trading it is it sometimes automatically pulls a resistance for you. So that just automatically give you the answer to where the resistance we're looking for is. So we kind of, that can happen too, which is great. So I'll just zoom in there for me. There we go. So what are you seeing there is we want to be buying in between the lines. Do you understand? Yeah. So we want to potentially be buying here and be selling up here. Now, are we guaranteed to get it all the time? No. And that's what we learn. But we have to be looking at intraday. Right? So we've seen where it is on the daily. Now it's important to kind of make a plan and revert to our intraday. So we're going to be looking at our 1 and our 5. Now our 5 is looking at for patterns as well, and our 1s is for the entry like we spoke about in the course. Alright. So what do we see here on the 1 and the 5 minute in terms of pattern?
Let me see. I think it's a snake VWAP or a recovery pattern.
Okay, good. Now the terminologies that she's using, it's in the flash forward. Okay, so it might be familiar to you guys, but what she's pointing out is correct. Now, what does that need to confirm that pattern?
Let me see. It will probably need to break the VWAP and surge in volume.
Yeah, you do need that. Now, what is the VWAP there for anybody beginners who's watching?
It's the white line that you have on screen. It's the volume weighted average price.
Perfect. Now I'm just going to put it on big screen for everybody there. So here we are. Now, I want you to draw a trend line to see how you spotted the recovery pattern or the VWAP. So if you see up the corner where you did the line, not that one, the trend, there you go. Press that one for me. Okay, now how we draw trend lines is we just go to the bottom of the chart. No, down, bring it down to the low. There you go. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So just hold the mouse there and just bring it up. No, if we kind of try catch the bottoms of it. No, not high. Bring it lower.
There.
No, lower a bit more. There you go. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Stop, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just giving us an indicator where we're looking to be kind of potentially seeing the pattern. So what we can see here is it's making the higher low is there. Okay. Sorry, the higher high is there off the trend line. So that's it on the 5. Now let's break it back down for a second. Okay, so we can see that appearing on the 5, which is looking fine. We can see it here on the intraday on the 1 minute. So I'm going to pop it on big screen on the 1 minute. So we can see it here. Now, it did break the VWAP. Okay, so you were right about that bit. Just give me another trend line again. Same thing again. Nice, well done. Perfect. There you go. There you go. That's it. So where the entry was, now it's too late to take this entry on this one,
Yeah.
but where the entry was right here. Let me just zoom in on it for you. I hate that one, the trade net, when that happens. It's when you zoom, sometimes the trend lines don't coordinate perfectly, so just move it up. So where the entry was in this particular pattern we're looking at, that I'm going to break down, is we want to be buying anywhere off the trend line. Okay, early position. Anywhere here is perfect once the volumes come in. Now, it's not a snake view up or recovery pattern until the view up breaks, so here. But we can always be getting in earlier along the trend lines for safety, and then it confirms the pattern for the breakout. So that's where we kind of would potentially want to be buying in. Now, it's too late for us to kind of buy in, because if you mark this off, where would you say your targets are? So we know your buy-in is about here, so about the 27.50 to 27.80, depending if we're buying in off the trend or the break. So let's just give an average of 27.70 right here is where we want to be buying in, just for argument's sake. Now, where's your target? Where would you be aiming for, just solely based off the 5-minute chart? So let me go back for you. This is the 1 minute. So solely based off the 5-minute chart down here. Now, why am I switching up this is because, just to give a better example, we need to be using the daily. So we did use the daily to figure out support and resistance. Support and resistance on the intraday as well is really important, and as well as patterns. Okay, so off the 5-minute chart, where would you say our targets are?
I'd say first target is $229.
Okay, let me just mark that off. 229. Perfect. Okay. Now, it's always important, we talked about it in the course, it's always important to have 2 to 3 targets.
Yeah.
So where's your next one?
Second target between $230 and $231.
230. Okay, perfect. Well done. The reason why, I hope you're spotting, the reason why she's saying this is because she wants to break it past this little resistance here. So second resistance area, good, nice. And third target?
Pre-market high break.
Well done. Okay, perfect. So pre-market high breaks in around the 231 to 231.50. The reason why we're saying that is, granted, we spotted the pattern, which is great. Okay. We realize where support and resistance are. We realize where our targets are. So just draw the trend for me again.
Okay.
So we realize where our targets are. And now we have our plan. So we know we're buying in around down here. Again, this is off the 5 minutes. It's not as accurate as the one, but it's just cleaner for the candle pattern, for an example, for Neve and you guys out there. So we know we're roughly buying in the 27.70 area, and our targets would be, I'd probably put a target in here as well if I was you, Neve.
Okay.
About 28.50 area, say, because we want to see this area break. If this area doesn't break, we would potentially look to be covering into here as well. Okay, so it's not just a case of we want to be aiming for 229, 230, 231. We do need to have a realistic target as well. So the reason why I'm saying the 28.50 area is because we can see here it's a previous support and resistance area. It's also a likely breakout here that we're looking for in this pattern here, that we would like it to break out. Granted, we're making a recovery pattern, but we are still slightly in a bear flag. So this would confirm, we already confirmed the snake view up and recovery down here, but overall long term it's bear flagging out too. So we want to see that bear flag break. So that's probably where I put my first target, 228.50.
Okay.
Okay, now let me just put a line in so we can see it as well. Sometimes we're trading it as well. You can't. There we go. I thought it wasn't going to let me do any more lines. So that's it there. There's our target. So we have potential. We know what we're willing. We know what we're getting in at. We know where our targets are, where we would like to potentially sell. Again, if the pre-market high breaks here, because it's Tesla, we need SPY. the ETF of the tracker of the market in a great position, and it's not really doing too great today. So this is probably unlikely to break. If this does break on a momentum stock pattern, we can really see this move, but it's unlikely to see it happen today. But that all comes with experience, so don't be worrying about that too much. So what we need to do here, so we know where targets are, we know we're buying, we need to know what we're risking. Okay, so if we were getting in this trade about 22.70, I just looking at the chart here would kind of know your risk, but what would you tell me your risk is if you were just kind of looking at that chart there on this pattern?
See, probably about 226 and 227.
Okay, good, close enough. So we want to be saying exactly that. So
Is that right?
yeah, I always said 227, I would say,
Right.
starting off, because the reason why I'm saying that is when this pattern breaks here, it might discourage and be break of trend line. Okay, so in between 26.50 and 27, I would say 26.50 is a bit big, so realistically I'd be looking at between 226.80 to 227 would be my stop. So that's what I'm willing to risk. So I'm only willing to risk, let's say, $1. Okay, so I'm in at 27.70 and I'm willing to risk 26.70, so that's $1. Okay, and I'm willing to gain potential $2 to $3 move. Okay, so risk to reward is 3-to-1 ratio, which is very, very good. Now, does it mean we're going to get it? No, it doesn't. But this is really important that we need to have a plan, because, like what Neve said, it's important where the support and resistance is. Then we need to have a plan to take and to see how does our plan carry out. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Perfect. So because we already missed the entry on this trade, unfortunately, and it is a real account, so I'm not willing to jump in and chase a trade. But here's a really, really nice example as well I want to show you of how it planned out and why we don't chase. Do you see our trend line here? So we want to be buying in off the trend. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so now if I extend this trend line up, did you see what happened? It pulled back here, this red line,
Right.
and it bounced off our trend line. So that's why we always want to be buying off the trend lines. And this actually confirmed to me that it potentially is going to go up and start making the move we like. It made the snake view up recovery. We got volume. It broke out. Our buy points were here and here. We missed it, so we're not going to take it.
Okay.
But because we were talking and we weren't fully concentrating, that was our second buy point here.
All right.
Again, we missed that, so we're not going to take it. But the most important thing that I wanted you to point out was the patterns and what the plan is. The execution of the trade will come in time. It's more important for beginners out there like yourself to see the plan and to watch it unfold and to understand that you're actually correct.
Okay.
That's the rewarding part about it. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's it. I don't want to go over too much more and can kind of confuse you.
Yeah.
But really well done on that. So guys, that was Neve trading. And kind of going over some questions and pointing stuff out to her. That everything she's learned was in the Flash Forward course. And it's going to be a fun experiment. I'm going to keep you posted on YouTube and my Instagram if you want to follow me there on her results to see how she's getting on. Zero experience, so it just shows you anybody out there can learn to trade once you have the right education. So that's it for today's video, guys. I really want to thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
So guys, I want to thank you so much for your support so far. I really hope you did enjoy the video. Neve is a little nervous, but I appreciate the support you've given me.
And if you do like it, hit the like button.
There we go. Hit the like button, guys. God bless.